Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Oluwaseun Olatunji, and in today's video, I'll be talking about growing on social media, the good parts, the bad parts, and the ugly parts. The good part is always what people talk about, what a lot of creators talk about, always about the benefit, and we try to sweep the bad parts and the ugly parts under the rug. But this is a different thing entirely in this video, because I will be talking about the bad part first, then I'll be talking about the ugly truth about it, and then I will go into the positive part, which is the good part of growing on social media. Stick with me to the end of this video, and you will enjoy every bit of information I have put together in this video. I'll start with the bad part. What is the bad thing about growing on social media? The bad part is that it is difficult. If any creator says to you that growing on social media is easy, trust me, that's the deceit of the highest order. That is the lies in the greatest places. You know what? When I work with brands and they ask me, Seun, on this strategy that you have given us, this template that you have given us, by the time we implement it exactly, are we going to get 1,000 followers or 1,000 subscribers monthly? The answer is capital no. Because when you do X, Y, and Z, it does not guarantee the fact that you are going to get A, B, and C as the result. So what I rather tell them when they ask me that question is, when you do this template and you follow these strategies I have put in place for you, you will put yourself in the best possible position to gain 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 followers or 1,000 leads monthly. Everything that the expert has given, there is the algorithm factor. So the fact that it is difficult and no one can guarantee anything is just the bad part of growing on social media. The algorithm does not live in anyone's book or anyone's backyard. When you've done all you can do, all you get is to put yourself in the best possible position where the algorithm will find you. It's the algorithm that pushes the content. It is the algorithm that sends it to your target audience. It is the algorithm that finishes the job for you. So, capital no, you would not get that exact result because nobody can guarantee it. It's difficult and it's not guaranteed. I know it is bad. That being said, let me quickly go into the ugly parts of growing on social media. I like to say it is ugly truth, so I don't get people downcast. I don't get people lose interest. I don't get people to lose motivation. So I like to say the ugly truth about growing on social media. And what's the first ugly truth about growing on social media is that there are two core principles of growing on social media. The first one is consistency. You would have seen thousands of posts, of write-ups, of videos about consistency. There is a reason why everybody says something about it, because there is no principle in the world that overrides consistency. There is no long-term success without being consistent. Consistency is what will train the algorithm in your favor. Consistency is what makes you to be a better content creator. Consistency is what allows you to build a deeper connection with your audience. Trust me, consistency is not easy. The fact that you have to do the research, the fact that you have to create content, the fact that you have to edit content, the most importantly, the fact that you have to show up at every designated time that you have set for yourself. If it's weekly, if it's twice daily, if it's 3 times in a week, if it's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, depending on the designated time you've set for yourself, consistency to meet up those schedules is not easy, because life will happen. Situations will come, environmental influence will come to give you reasons why you should not show up. You are the one who will work your way around it. Secondly, the ugly truth about growing on social media is you have to be valuable. You have to create value. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people think valuable content are only educational content. Capital no. Again, this video I'm going to say no to a lot of things. It's also a capital no, because educational content is just one of those kinds of content. There can be inspirational content, there can be entertaining content, there can be different kinds of content. If you want to ask me, someone achieved a remarkable achievement or reward, and the person decided to share his journey and post the success, what value do you gain in that? It can be an inspirational content for you. The value you derive from it is the inspiration. Inspiration itself is a value. Again, somebody posts a funny video, maybe a meme of me walking and then I tripped and I fell. What content do you derive from that? For the target audience, it could be entertaining. Again, somebody posts a video on a particular dance move. It could be entertaining you about the dance move. Another value in it could be that it's teaching you that dance move. So you have to consistently be creating value. Think of it. Everybody is selfish when scrolling the social media. When we begin to scroll our socials, we look for what is valuable to us. Mind you, what is valuable to you might be different from what is valuable to me. When the post is not valuable to me, we click away, or we don't even click it at all. If you have a reflection back on the content that you've consumed in the last 1 month, you find out that they are valuable to you. And that's why you read them, that's why you watch them, that's why you subscribe. There is nobody that would subscribe or follow a content creator who has no value for them. You can go online morning to night and beg for subscribe button or beg for the follow button. What will compel them to do that call to action is when you've given them much value, when they see you as a valuable person. And that's another ugly truth about growing on social media. The third thing about the ugly truth in growing on social media is that there are haters and trolls everywhere. I like to say they are omnipresent because they are everywhere. You cannot do without them. You can't get rid of them. You can start blocking from now till 10 years time. You would rather be hurting yourself. You would rather be limiting your reach by blocking them. You will not get rid of them. One mistake you don't want to do is to start blocking people because they are hating you, because they are trolling you. Because this hate and troll is a very, very limiting factor for content creators. When you've done your research properly, I mean proper research, and you think, yes, this is the best write-up of my life, someone from somewhere from nowhere will pick up everything, summarize it, and give it a negative meaning, and then come to troll you. And you'll be like, where's the hate in this thing that I've posted? That's how hate and trolls work. You might have sat 2 hours to script your video, 2 hours to edit it, 2 hours to produce it, and everything. You spent 3 days to make just one video. And guess what? Someone from somewhere from nowhere, who you don't even know from Adam, will start hating you, will start trolling you. Some will look at your eyes, some will look at your lips, some will look at your feet, some will look at your gesture, some will look at your lights, some will look at your background, some will look at your accent, some will look at your sound. Haters will always find reasons to troll you. What you can do is not let these trolls get to you. What you cannot do is stop or chicken out because of hate or trolls there. And another funny thing about hate and troll is that it doesn't wait for you until you have a bigger audience. Even from that, your 4 views, from that, your 4 views, from that, your 4 subscribers, from that, your 10 subscribers, you would get hates, you get trolls. So it doesn't wait until you have thousands of views before they come. So deal with trolls and hate, overcome them, and keep moving. That's another ugly truth about growth on social media. A lot of people might not mention that, and that's why I'm also filming this video for you. Another ugly truth. Oh my God, there is so many ugly truths that I'm revealing today. Another ugly truth is that growing on social media at the initial stage can be overwhelming. At that point, you don't have a team, you don't have a manager, you don't have this, you don't have that. You create, you edit, you post your content all by yourself, you share them all by yourself, and you respond to comments all by yourself. The stress of creating, the stress of editing, the stress of posting, the stress of everything is on you. You are your manager, you are your promoter, you are everything. So the stress comes to you is really, really overwhelming. The most overwhelming part for me is when you have a lot of comments. Trust me, you need to respond to these comments because the interaction is where the deep connection comes in. And guess what? When you have hundreds of people writing a comment in a single post of you cannot quickly keep up. Sometimes 4 or 5 days I'm still responding to comments. So if it gives this feeling of too many people trying to talk to you at the same time, like people are screaming, too many things are coming to you. So believe me, it is overwhelming. Also, when you do your best and you're not seeing the result, and you think you've done the best editing, you've done the best write-up, you've done the best video production, and it's not even meeting up the numbers you want, it is overwhelming. And that's another ugly truth about growing on social media. I think I've said too many ugly truths about growing on social media. It's time I moved straight to the good part of growing on social media. I know you've been waiting for this part of this video because everything I've been saying, it's the negative side. Now the positive side. I know you've watched a lot of videos, read a lot of post about the good part of growing on social media. But in this video, I'd mention that number 1, the good part of growing on social media is that it gives you a wider reach. If someone had said to you and I 10 years back that you would sit in the corner of your house or your room or your bedroom or wherever, in your office, in your car, and you'll be able to reach out to thousands of people, to 10,000s of people, even to millions of people, you would deny it. I wouldn't even believe it. I would say, shut up, what are you talking about? Or how is that going to happen? But look at what is happening. A single video, a single write-up can get even to 10s and 20s and hundreds of millions of people. So that's one good thing about growing on the social media. So when you are finally grown, you can reach that wider audience. I know that's great. Making a single video that reaches 1 million people. 1 million people get to see you, get to listen to you, get to hear you, get to know you for free. Trust me, not like you went to a TV station or you went to the billboard or something. For free. Secondly, on the good part of growing on social media is that it allows you to connect with people with similar interests, and that is where the audience building comes in. All thanks to the algorithm who does that for us. When you make your content, the algorithm pushes it to people who are interested in your subject matter. The algorithm pushes our content to people who search for what we are talking about, and that, as a result of that, it gives us share our content to people with similar beliefs, similar in perspective, similar in thoughts and opinion. And we get to build a community. So that's how a community of like-minded is built on social media. Again, all thanks to Mr. Algorithm or Mrs. Algorithm. I don't know. Thirdly, on the good part of growing on social media is that the opportunity is limitless. Get opportunities that people who don't have the audience may not necessarily get. I don't mean you will be more successful than somebody without social media presence. I'm only saying that you would get opportunities that they may not get. I personally have worked with some brands. I've did some collaboration, even with my little audience. And someone without presence online at all, someone who has no audience at all, may not have necessarily had access to that opportunity. It doesn't mean that you will always win when you have social media presence or when you have an audience, but more often than not, or most likely, you get access to opportunities that people without social media presence, people without audience, may not have access to. I don't want this video to be very long. Let me give us one more good thing about growing on social media. Number 4, it gives you a large impact. The larger the audience, the larger your impact. Lastly is the impact. Think of it, I'm making just a single video. If this video gets to 10,000 people, it's going to have influence on 10,000 people. If it gets to 10 million people, it's going to have influence on 10 million people. And also, if this video does not move at all and I have just 10 views, or it just gets to 10 people, then I'm going to have influence on just 10 people. So the larger the audience, the larger the impact, the larger your influence. So thank you so much for watching this video to this very point. If you have derived at least one thing from this video, please like this video for me. If you've got, I know that I have not mentioned a lot of things, but if anything has cut across or come to your mind, do not hesitate to drop it for me in the comment section, and that's where the interaction begins. I will be there with you, and then we can share whatever we have together. Before I go, as I always advise, be good if you can be good. If you can't be good for any reason in this world, due to reasons best known to you, do not get caught. You'll see me again pop up on your screen when next I publish my next video. Bye-bye.